Okay, it's really bad. At the moment, I don't use a face wash. All I use is just any ordinary soap I find, which I don't think is good for my skin, but I have ordered some face wash and that comes soon. So I'm starting to have a full skincare routine. I don't know if it's a little too late though. Too little, too late. I should add at this point that when I've told people I don't have a skincare routine and I've never had one, they react with visible shock, they look disgusted. And some people wonder how I've managed to go for so long in my life without any skincare routine. And when I say any skincare routine, I mean walking into a bathroom and just using whatever bar of soap I find, whatever is there, and just washing my skin with it and hoping I'll be fine. And using the bare minimum moisturizer because as a black person, I have to. Now, I don't know when things got that bad, and it's not like when I was growing up there was a need for any of these things that were easily available. We have my mom, my parents, my everyone, all the ladies in my family, even the men. They always had lovely moisturizers, expensive moisturizers. You know, the upkeep was really good. They always look really good. I didn't bother as much. I don't know why I was like that. I was more of a tomboy, and I was more of a outdoorsy person. I was always outdoors, getting scratched, getting scraped. You know, I used to dig holes with my with my hands. They would give me a shovel, and I just dig with my hands. Even when we went to the beach, they'd give me a spade or a shovel of some sort, and I just use my hands, or I get the dogs to dig for me. So I was very very rough, and I never really thought about how it would impact me or how it would impact my hands or my face or my body. And I used to climb trees as well, and that was the funniest thing because I'd climb trees and then I'd fall out of a tree. So up until I was like in my late teens, I had really bad scars all over my body from where I'd gotten onto trees, fallen off. So that took a while. It took a while to get some of those scars off, and I've still got some more scars actually, just from walking in the woods. So I don't know why. I've always been exceptionally rough, and I don't know why that is. I just haven't given much of a care or thought. But now I want to start doing these things. I want to start having a cleanse, moisturize, exfoliate. No, that's the wrong order. Cleanse, tone, I don't know. I have no idea. I've been told right, that it's vitamin C and then hyaluronic. I've been told it's vitamin C and hyaluronic acid together in the morning, and then in the evening it's hyaluronic and retinol together. I don't know. That seems to be the thing. And I'm also introducing niacinamide as well, but that's still to come. So it's now evening. I've been out all day with friends, which has been pretty cool. I feel like this is some sort of a witch's potion, you know? Now, I don't know if it's the inner child in me, but when I put these things on, these serums with the applicators, I feel like I'm going to war, like I'm putting tribal marks or tribal identification on my face. So I feel like, I'm going into battle. I don't know why I think that. But it just shows how out of touch I am with all these routines and all these beauty regimens. So for me, it's rather funny. So someone did suggest vitamin C, then retinol, then hyaluronic acid, then retinol in that order. So that's what I'm just trying to do now. I have noticed a difference to my skin as well in the last few days of using it. but I think my skin could improve a lot more because I would like my skin to look good again without having to put any powder on. Which I don't think it's such a tall order. I think that'd be easy to achieve. Now, apart from my skin, my hair, I also want to focus on my nails. I told you that I do a lot of stuff with my hands. I would change stuff with my hands. I've changed car tires with my bare hands, which for me is normal, but it can be quite tasking on the hands. And I just want to have my hands looking nice. I've never really had them look nice because I've always been really rough and heavy with them. So I want to start doing manicures. Now, when I was last in Nigeria, so in my life, it's very, very embarrassing. In my life, I've had 2 manicures. Once was when I was younger, much younger, and I went to a spa with a family, and for me it was very boring. Second time was a few months ago when I had, I got my nails done when I went to Lagos for a holiday. So I want to get it done again. So I've managed to find a lady who does nails. I know nails can be very, very expensive, so I was very wary about that because I know they can run into several hundreds of dollars, pounds, or several 100,000 of naira, depending on what country you're in. So last time I got my nails done in Nigeria, my aunt paid for it, but it was such a nice treat, and I just loved the way it made me feel. And I'm starting to realize why so many women love having their nails done. Now, I don't want them extravagant or extra long or too long. I just want nice looking nails. So I booked an appointment with a lady who is, she does nails. And I do want, I want the extensions, but I don't want really long claw-like extensions. I just want a nice length, something just nice to look at. And then because my main aim is I love to type. I want to be able to type, and I don't want anything to affect my typing, picking up keys, walking my dogs, holding the dog leashes. I don't want anything that will affect my day-to-day life. And plus, anything too long, I would absolutely hurt myself. I'm a toddler. The nail tech was absolutely amazing. That's all I can use to describe her. Amazing. So it was her first time as well doing nails. When I say to her first time, she was fairly new to the game. So she trained as a nail technician before, but she was just getting her business off the ground, and I was one of her newer clients, and I'm glad I picked her because it was just a nice experience. It was very chilled, and I had a good time, and it was nice to support a new business as well. And I quite like the nails she did for me. They were very simple. I opted for a classic look. I think it's a classic French tips or whatever. And I loved it. And she actually chastised me about my hands. She told me off about my hands because she was like, come on, why are you not using you're not using moisturizer enough, and you're using too many harsh chemicals on your hands. So I'm glad that someone took me to task, because the only people who've ever told me off about my hands or my skin or whatever have been family members, because family members are brutal and they want the best for you, don't they? But she actually said, your hands are a bit dry, you need to use a moisturize, because as you get older, you will regret not moisturizing. And sometimes try and protect your hands as well before you get them in water or harsh detergents or cleaning supplies, that sort of thing. And when I told her that I sometimes, when I when I'm doing my plants, I just dig holes with my hands and my nails, she looked horrified, and she said, no, never again, that stops from today. And I'm just glad I went. I now totally get why women love doing their nails. I get it now. I'm in love with it. Look at me. Look at how I'm holding my hand like, I'm some delicate object. But I'm loving it. I'm loving the way it makes me feel. And when I got home, I did the next best thing. I opened a bottle of white wine to celebrate because I couldn't believe it. So she was actually very, very affordable. They're normally quite expensive, but she was very affordable. So I think it's just about finding affordable nail techs, eyelashes, whatever. Okay, I'm out. Enjoy.